Last time on VulpiPunk's stream, she worked on this Tanjiro sticker design and spent way too much time figuring out the colors and how everything was going to work and the line work. But in the end, she managed to figure it out. In today's episode, she has to figure out how to apply the same logic to the Nezuko design. Stay tuned. All right, and now that I've done my cheesy little bit, hi, hello. We are working on Nezuko today. As you saw earlier, we've already finished up Tanjiro. He looks really, really good. I'm very proud of how this turned out in the last stream. Now, y'all can't see it, but there's like very small little issues that I need to clean up with the Tanjiro one, but we're going to focus on that later. So for now, we are going to work on Nezuko. I have a bit of a convoluted way that I'm doing this lineless art style. So pretty much I do line work. I don't use the line work. But then I use the line work as a guide to make the color cutouts. So Nezuko will look like this, but in different colors. And honestly, I'm probably going to adjust her colors as well. I'm noticing with her palette right now, they're leaning a little bit darker than Chandra's, but I've also like tweaked his colors to hell and back multiple times when I was working on this last time. So we're going to do Nezuko now. We're going to do the line work, and then we're going to do the flat colors. We're going to tweak the colors, and then go from there. So where the heck is my pen? For any of you who caught that intro, yes, I did try to emulate the Dragon Ball Z opening, especially for I don't know how they originally aired it in Japan, but in the States, it's like this super raspy voice. And they're like, last time on Dragon Ball Z, Goku was charging up to become Super Saiyan for the 16th million time in this episode, where Frieza said he's going to blow up the planet in 2 minutes, but he doesn't blow up the planet in 2 minutes, and, you know, at least 6 hours worth of content has passed and they still haven't fought. But that's okay, because Dragon Ball Z is a classic. We love our Super Saiyans homies and non-Saiyan homies in this house, except Goku. For the Dragon Ball Z fans out there, this might be blasphemous, but I don't like Goku. I really don't. Goku is not my go-to. He is not my goat. He is my nothing. I don't like his character. I just don't. Because I get it, he has very... Hold on, let me figure out what the hell I'm doing. Let me get my tablet up higher. Hold on, this isn't right. There we go. Now I can see. But Goku as a main character, I personally do not like. In the, I guess maybe the Canadian or American dub, they made it so that he was very righteous and that he was like this hero of justice and that he needed to do things to make things right. But the reality is, the creator, Akira Toriyama, I think, I remember reading an article somewhere saying that he was annoyed that I guess the people who had translated into English kind of like rewrote the narrative of Goku's character. Goku just likes to fight. He just likes to throw hands. He has let a lot of stuff happen just so he can have a good fight. And that's how Akira Toriyama designed him. But in the American iteration, Canadian iteration, because I think it was dubbed by Canadian voice actors first, and then it was dubbed by American voice actors afterwards for the English dub. They just kind of rewrote the narrative of his character. So the true Goku, the real Goku, I do not like, because even through the written narrative for him, it didn't sit right. Because it's just like, how can you be a hero of justice, but you're letting all this stuff slide? You're letting all these villains get away with stuff. You're letting all these bad guys go on, and then you just seem really freaking excited to fight. Oh, for context, I'm like rambling on about Dragon Ball Z because I did like a Dragon Ball Z style intro for this little stream just for funsies. But yeah, no. Hello, Manic and Comic. I hope I said that correctly. It's like, welcome to the stream as I talk to myself about Dragon Ball Z lore and character flaws. But yeah, today we're working on a Nezuko art piece. Let me show you. Oops, line, go away. So we have Tanjiro here. Oh, that's a Cricket Canvas. So we have Tanjiro here that I finished up last stream. I really like how it turned out. The colors are vibrant. He looks like he's very distressed, trapped in this little bubble, precious baby boy. And now we are going to apply that same logic to this Nezuko. I'm going for a lineless style, so my very convoluted way of doing this is making line work for the design and then using the line work as a guide to fill in the colors and go from there. I know it's an extra step, and I feel like there is definitely an easier way to do this, but for the time being, this is what I found to be the most efficient for me. So we're just going to keep doing that. All right, let me make her a little bit lighter. So, how are you doing this lovely afternoon? Do you do the art thing? Do you draw? Or are you just here to vibe? I am the curious. Is my stabilizer on? Is my. I need to make sure. I guess line weight doesn't really matter in this case. Hello, Lizzie. Welcome, welcome. My goodness, mouse, where are you? Work with me here. Pop out so I can actually see what y'all are saying. I don't have any idea about this, but carry on. You are good. You're good. I'm just oh my goodness, computer, work with me here. I'm just rambling off into the ethos here. Don't mind me. Okay, there we go. There we go. That makes it easier to read everything. But yes, back to my previous ramble. I was rambling about how I don't like Goku from Dragon Ball Z. Originally, for the creator Akira Toriyama, he designed his character to not so much be like a righteous fighter of justice, but just a dude who likes to fight. He's very simple brain. He's got like three brain cells, and two of them just want to fight. And that's perfectly fine. But in the I'm gonna have to fact check myself later. But in I want to say the original Canadian dub for the English version, and maybe even the American dub, they slightly rewrote Goku's character to be a little bit more heroic, a little bit more righteous, more akin to maybe a typical comic book character. Like, oh, I am the good guy. I must fight for what is good and right in this world. And I believe the creator was actually a little salty about that. So even with that narrative growing up with Dragon Ball in like America, Goku's character just didn't sit right with me. He would say, "Oh, we need to do this to protect our people and the planet." And yet he'll let the bad guy get away and become stronger so that he can fight them. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. So the writing didn't help my perception of his character. What we got? I'm a random person just making some short meme, ultra instinct, low quality for happiness. I guess you got your answer. A but yeah. So even as like the series progressed with Goku, he just never sat right with me. He was a little cocky. He just disrespected my man's Vegeta too many times. Too many times. And that I don't know. I was never really a fan of Goku. I liked every character in the series except Goku. Like Vegeta, I love him. He is great. He has fantastic character development. You get to see him go from this pretty much tyrant in space to a loving father character, but it doesn't take away from him as a character. He even has a midlife crisis halfway through the series. And he's just like, well, no, I'm the bad guy. I'm like, I used to blow up planets for funsies, and now I'm taking my kid to daycare and going shopping with my daughter. Heck nah. Like, he even had like a midlife crisis, which was kind of hilarious and a little tragic at the same time. But, yes, Lizzie, Vegeta fan, let's go. But I also really like Piccolo from One Piece. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm a One Piece freak, so my brain just completely went out there. Fun fact, if you didn't know, Christopher Sabat, he voices Vegeta and Piccolo, and he also voices Zoro from One Piece. Just putting that out there. But I like Piccolo from Dragon Ball. I love his character arc. Who else do I like? I really like younger Gohan before they just completely disrespected his character as he got older. I liked the younger Gohan. I used to be a big fan of Trunks, but then better characters just came along. Who else do I like from Dragon Ball? Da 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 da. Krillin, I love my homeboy Krillin. Everyone talks smack like, oh, he dies too much. I'm just like, no, forget you. Krillin gets mad respect because he is a goat. He's smart. He like outsmarted Goku and Super, and he's the most realistic dude there. Like back, if y'all ever watched Dragon Ball, not Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball, where you kind of get a little bit more of Goku's origin story and how he came up. Krillin, a little stinker. He was a little nasty. He tried to be like a little mean to Goku and he tried to like play tricks on him. But realistically speaking, when like things were getting heavy and like the bad guys were like, oh, I could die in this situation, yo, he got the real instincts. He's like, I don't want to fight that. I don't want to fight that. Are you out your mind? I'm gonna die. I like my life. And he ran away as he should. Now someone would go, oh, well, he's a warrior. He should fight. And I'm like, yeah, and he's also 12. Well, in Dragon Ball, he was like 12 years old. So I don't blame a 12-year-old for running away from a dangerous fight. I like my boy Krillin. All right, let me look at chat. I've just been rambling here for a second. So Manic Comment says, I like Goku because I'm kid. I'll like Vegeta when I'll become a man. I'm calling Goku. I mean, go for it. Call the mans. Do what you need to. But yeah, Dragon Ball will always be a series that will be held near and dear to my heart. Yeah, grew up on that stuff. Grew up on the classic anime. So like, what are the anime? So I'm curious, for any anime fans in the chat right now, what was an anime or a series that you grew up with where you were just like, yes, I need to come home from school every single day. I need to sit in front of that TV before I do my homework and watch this show. Or if you were born in an era where cable is irrelevant, what show did you just like have to hop on your computer or your phone and be like, yes, I am watching this today and you cannot stop me? Man, the comment, Goku, my dude, I love you, Goku, no worries. It's fine. It's fine. You can love Goku. I'm just not a fan, bro. I'm just not a fan. The size. Line art doesn't really matter because I'm gonna be filling this in with a different color. Let me get the ear. Oh my gosh, I'm not playing any music. I am so sorry. I just realized, dang, it's really quiet. Like, why is it so quiet? Now I know why. A moment. Da 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 da. Where is my playlist? Oh, that's not it. Is it this? Yes. We are going to scroll to about here. Here we go. Oh my goodness, let me put my headphones on. I literally just hopped on the computer, started drawing, started streaming, didn't even like get the vibes going. Let's see, where is this? Why can't I hear anything? Am I bugging? Okay, I hear things, but I don't hear music. Why am I not hearing music? Sailor Moon. Ah, yeah, got a Sailor Moon fan in the chat. Let's go. Houston, we have a problem. I can't hear my own music. Why is that? Oh, it just came in. It's just a really soft song. You know, we're just gonna start at the beginning of the playlist. There we go. There we go. Let me know if the music's too loud, too soft. But yes, a Sailor Moon fan, I feel you. Sailor Moon was another one that I grew up with. I actually used to watch that one with my sister a lot. I literally come home from preschool. Is it preschool? No. it's either first or second grade. I'd come home from like first or second grade, and I would like just sit in front of the TV, and like Toonami would do like its little intro and all that other fun stuff, and then I would sit and watch Sailor Moon with my sister. Funnily enough, my roommate, she is a hardcore Sailor Moon fan. Like, she has all the books, she knows all the lore. She watched the English version back in the 90s. She watched the Japanese version online back when you could watch anime online and it not get copyright strike to hell and back. And yeah, just my roommate's a super fan. She's actually shameless promotion for my roommates. Indigo Favorite Craft, if you've watched any of my videos, I've dropped her name 1,000,001 times. She also is building up a art-based business, and she's doing up almost the same things that I am. So we're both doing stickers and prints, but the extra thing that she's doing is that she likes doing crochet amigurumis. If you don't know what that is, it's pretty much a little plushie, but it's made out of crochet, and she's working on some Sailor Moon themed ones right now. I think she's gonna launch her shop later on this year with just Sailor Moon and Chibi Moon, but they look super freaking cute, and they're very well done, because they're not just the, what is it? Because there's the crochet plushies that have like a larger stitch, and then there's crochet plushies that have like a small stitch. Like, it's a very fine stitch, almost as if it looks woven. That's the kind that she has. And it looks really cool. And it's also something really unique, because I haven't seen a lot of people sell that type of amigurumi yet. So I'm really excited for when she finishes those. So, you know, shameless promo, Indigo Favorite Craft. Check her out on Instagram. She has examples of her work there and things that she is working on for her business. All right. Manic comment says, I'm 17 plus, not that much young, but the problem is everyone is not so like me here. Everyone became the dude. I'm not in kids' school. Okay. I don't fully understand what you're saying, but I also understand what you're saying. Like, I'm piecing the dots together in my brain. But it's all good. To each their own unique experiences. I'm a 90s kid, so my experiences will probably be very different than someone who was born maybe in like the last decade or so. How do I want to do this? I think I'm going to make this a really thin line so I can get in there. I also might want to look up a reference of Nezuko real quick, so I can remember what this detail is. So let me bring up my reference board. Your ref, where are you? Ooh. Yes, I know version 2.0 is available. I will upgrade eventually. Let me open my reference. I'm joking, LOL, I fooled you. How dare, you've tricked me. I feel lied to. I didn't think I'd be lied to on the internet, but here we are. Anyway, I digress. This one? Is it this reference? Yes, it is this reference. Nezuko, what is that thingy on the top of your thing? Oh, it's like a little tire strappy thing. Okay. Internet, this and that. So I can bring that back up. I got. Alright, I have my reference of a message redacted. Oh goodness. Hello, Anzi. Why did that get bleep blooped? What's going on here? Come on, let me do the thing. I'm sorry, Lizzie. I don't know why that message got redacted. It might be the automation thing. Sorry about that. Alright, now that I know what this looks like. Okay, I see. I don't know if I said it already, but hi, Anzi. I think I said that. Sorry, I got distracted doing stuff and things. I need water. Oh, well, thank you, Mannequin Comic. Enjoy your rest. I hope you get good hours of sleep. Yep. And I almost dropped my pen. None of y'all saw that. So let's see. According to the drawing, it looks like that. Okay. We got this. I think this might be something underneath the obi, the thing that she has on her waist. I will get this line right. Get in there. There we go. That's a good size. I can, you know what? I'll just make it a simple shape. Let me not be fancy, because these line works are irrelevant. I just need to get a good shape in so I can continue on with the color work. There we go. Welcome next. How are you this lovely afternoon? Oh snap, let me stop recording on my... Let's not eat up all the data on my phone. I can record some more later. Well, you know what? I'm gonna extend the question. Anzi, next. I asked earlier, what is a series that you grew up on? Like an anime that you grew up on, that when you came home, you had to sit down at your TV and watch it. Like no ifs, ands, or buts. Before the homework was done, before you even got like your chores done for the day, like what was that series? Okay, I see what I did here. So we can actually make the OB smaller. Quick. So I can revise this design by like a lot actually. Just gonna make a line here. No. Casually updating the design in real time. We can make that smoother. Maybe Witch. I think I can only really remember Saturday morning shows at the moment. Oh my god, Witch. Oh my goodness, Witch. I loved that series, but I felt like I could never catch it at the right time. It drove me a little nuts. So I would watch one episode and then I couldn't like get the time slot anymore. And then I'd come back and watch another episode and we're like 2 seasons in. I was like, wait, what happened? Why are we friends with this person? I thought we were enemies. Like, what's going on? I need to just go ahead and like buy that one on like Blu-ray or DVD or something so I can watch it properly in order. I know they make comics and books of them as well. I can look into those just so I can get a better grasp of the story. Ooh, that is a thick line. So I think I remember watching a video about like kind of the story behind Witch and how I got into like production and whatnot. Yes, that and Totally Spies and Martin Mystery. Oh my god. Someone who knows that Martin Mystery exists. You're awesome. Only watched a handful of episodes. I think Martin Mystery came out first, and then Totally Spies came out like a year or two later, because they're by the same company. Did you watch the crossover episode? That one was really fun. That's a bit. But yes, obsessed with Totally Spies and all of the good, like, OG series. Anybody remember Winx Club? Like the original stuff, not like the newer things that kind of make me a little sad. Facts. Gargantuan facts. Thank you. Thank you. They did her so dirty. She was such a strong, amazing, magnificent character who was very realistic, who had realistic flaws, but also perfect at the same time. And after season 4, they just threw her away. They just threw the whole girl away. I hate it. I hate it so much. I stopped watching after, like, I think season 5. It's like, how you gonna disrespect literally my favorite character? It also doesn't help that Nickelodeon got their grubby little hands on the IP, so of course they're not gonna do it justice. What blows my mind about Winx Club, though, is the fact that it still exists. There are still active seasons going on to this very day. And I was just like, that franchise hasn't died off yet? Like, what? I saw the redesign, I was livid. I didn't even know it was her. Oh, and Naboo. We don't talk about Naboo, because they don't even know what the frick to do with Naboo. And that makes me so angry. At the, what was it? The end of season 3 or 4, the one where they were like fairies on Earth. For context for people who don't know about Winx Club, there was a season, I think either 3 or 4, they went to Earth, and the character we're talking about, Aisha, she had a fiance. It was an arranged marriage, but they kind of figured out their differences and so on. He ended up sacrificing himself to save them, like her and her group of friends, because they were like in this big dangerous situation. And at the end of the season, they left it open-ended, as in, oh, he's in a coma, he's sleeping right now, we'll take care of him and let you know if he ever wakes up. And then in the next season, they got these boys being hella thirsty over Aisha, like she don't have a husband in a coma, and that she's like depressed. Like, they just wrote him off as if he died. And it makes me so mad. It's like, well, that was the first sign that the series was going to like not be good anymore, when you take such a fantastic character and it makes me so sad. This is way too big. It's like, how are they gonna do characters like that? And then the main character just never got better. Oh, okay, next. Since you are a fan of the Winx Club franchise, did you watch the live action version on Netflix? And how much did you hate it? And Bloom couldn't do anything. Yeah, we don't talk about Bloom. Negative. You did not watch the live action. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I don't even know if it's still on Netflix. Just don't do it. A friend of mine and myself, we watched it just to give it the benefit of the doubt, to be like, you know what? Maybe it's not that bad. We should give it a chance. First episode, we're just looking at this like, wait, what? Why are we rewriting storylines? Why are we doing this? Why are we this is how she gets into the school. Cool. And It literally, the entire live action series just turned into Bloom, why are you stupid? Bloom, please stop doing this. Bloom, why do you feel so entitled to this thing? Child, you know nothing of nothing. Why? She literally caused every single problem in that storyline. Every single one. And I'm just like, child, just sit down somewhere. And then the introduction of all the different characters. I kind of like what they did with Musa, but I really feel like they just hyper focused on Bloom and just throw every other person's character development out the window. Wasn't even gonna try. I just decided watch fashion inspo vids after the trailer. Yeah, I wish I could unsee it. It just, because it has potential to do good. They had a good setup. They had like an interesting batch of characters to work with. Just the writing for it was not good at all. I felt like someone read a summary of like the first 2 seasons and said, okay, cool, we can work with this. We could do something with this. It was not. Because like anyone who doesn't know Winx Club, they would probably like it because it gives off that same energy as a lot of the Netflix shows at the time that were just like these brooding, teen, dark girl, dark boy energy where the teens are just angsty and they have to like be feisty and intimate and just dark magic energy. I'm just like, that's not what Winx Club is about. I don't understand. Why are we doing this? Sorry, I've just been rambling. Let's see. That's what I was worried about, but after hearing stuff about it, I just didn't vibe with it. Yeah, no. They took the franchise and just dragged it on the floor. Just completely dragged it on the floor. They did not respect the source material. They didn't respect the character development, the character personalities, their backstories. Like, get this. Aisha's backstory is that she's an overachiever and that she's incredibly talented with her water magic, but during an exam that she was so nervous to take, she ended up flooding her school with sewer water. So she was just floating around in crap water, and that was her traumatizing moment that like disabled her from being able to use her full potential. What? And then throughout the entire series, if any of you guys are familiar with the magical black friend trope, or I guess the magical black lady trope, it is this trope where they will have a character of color, usually a black character, and that person's sole purpose is to make sure that whoever the main character is does not do anything stupid. They are like their conscience, their voice of reason. The whole reason that they exist is to make sure that main character thinks about their actions before they do them. And that is what they reduced Aisha to in this series, because her and Bloom were roommates. And the whole time, Aisha is just telling Bloom not to be stupid and stop thinking and jumping to conclusions and doing a bunch of dangerous stuff. That is literally what they reduced her character down to, and it pisses me off. Yes, next, it is quite atrocious. I'm just thinking of it now, I'm like getting fired up just remembering all that disservice they did to the character. And then, what was it? For Musa, they made her still have like her kind of music-based magic, but they also made her an empath, and she was a little antisocial because she didn't like feeling everyone's emotions and stuff. And I do kind of like that for her character. It gives her a little bit something extra. They completely threw caution to the wind to her original backstory, but she ended up being kind of very different than what they had originally portrayed in the show. They made her a little bit more feisty, a little bit more recluse, a little bit more like taken back, where in the original series, I imagine her, she was still a little bit recluse, but she was still willing to be social. She just gave off that F you, don't talk to me energy. And I'm just like, this is not Musa. What is happening? I'm trying to remember what they did with the other characters. So I talked about Musa, I talked about Bloom, I talked about Aisha. Right, Flora and Stella. Flora just kind of existed. That's about it. She was there. And then they had like a weird storyline with her being like romantically involved with like some random boy, but like I honestly don't remember anything about her character in the show. And then for Stella, they took a very interesting angle with her, but I feel like they couldn't figure out what to do with her character. So in the original plot for Winx Club, Stella finds Bloom, discovers that she has magic, and she brings her back to the magical realm and takes her to the school called Ifea, where they can learn how to be better magic fairies. Essentially, they're fairies with magic. And the two of them become like good friends, and Stella has like a little bit of a bratty personality, but she learns to like overcome that with time. I don't like her as a character personally, but she is what it is. They do a good job like developing her character over time, so it is what it is. In the live action iteration, they made her the headmistress's daughter, and she was like this pompy, snooty, like rich girl energy. Like she didn't get along with any of the main girls, and she hated Bloom because Bloom was making goo eyes at like her boyfriend, who wasn't really her boyfriend, but like just some random dude that they went out like a couple years ago, but then he broke up with her because like, oh, you were using your magic to like manipulate me, so I can't trust you anymore. And she's like, oh my god, why? And it's just, what did you do to Stella? Why was this necessary? And throughout the entire season, the girls hated her because she was like that typical snobby, like rich girl energy. And then randomly, and I kid you not, randomly, I think towards like the final 2 to 3 episodes, everybody's best friends. They had been antagonistic throughout the entire season, but when like things were starting to get super serious and they needed to like life or death type situations, all of a sudden, oh my god, Stella's like our best friend, we need to like help her, her mom's trying to take her away. And I'm just like, where did this come from? Y'all hated each other literally the last episode. Y'all were fighting at a party, and now all of a sudden y'all are best friends. I am confused. Make it make sense. I'm sorry, I've just been rambling about the live action not One Piece. I can rant about the live action One Piece, but the live action Winx Club, it was just a tragedy. Like, they did not make that for the old fans. They made that to make another dark, edgy teen series, because they made it a lot more depressing than the original Winx Club. They made it a lot more darker, more brooding. Winx Club was based in fashion, and they decided, fashion to the wind. We are going to just make it mid, like for a show that literally stemmed from the concept of, what was it? Winx Club is Italian, right? I think it's Italian. The creator liked fashion, and he wanted a series that would appeal to young girls that focused on that fashionable element. Thank you, next. Yes, it is Italian. So the whole premise was that the girls, despite going through like this magical fairy world, would still have these really amazing outfits. And up until like season 4, all of their fits were fire. They looked really, really good. Live action, who dressed these poor girls? Who dressed these women? Because that is not what a fashionable college girl in the modern era should not be wearing. The clothes were a tragedy. It was so bad. But enough of my rants of the live action version of Winx Club. It was a tragedy, and I'm only so fired up about it because I loved that show growing up, and I already knew the live action version was gonna be a freaking train wreck, but I honestly didn't think it would be that bad. I figured, oh well, at least their clothes are gonna be good, right? No, it wasn't. Goodness, getting war flashbacks from watching that. Like, literally, me and my friend, after some point, we stopped paying attention to the plot. We whipped out like the alcohol, and we were just like, all right, every time Bloom does something stupid, we take a shot. That was a mistake. That was such a mistake. We were in very what's the word I'm looking for? We were not right of mind by the end of watching the rest of that. We had to go to bed afterwards because it was just, because because we only had like one beverage. And when I say shots, we're not like throwing back shots. We just made like one beverage and we just like took a sip every time Bloom did something stupid. We got through that drink very fast. But yeah, no, live action was a tragedy. I don't know if they're gonna make a season 2 because they ended it kind of in an open-ended way, where if they wanted to do a season 2, they definitely could. Personally, I don't think they should because it just was not a well executed series. And then I think someone said that the guy who wrote Vampire Diaries directed it, and apparently he doesn't have like a good track record of like good proper writing for, I guess, teen adolescent characters, so take with that as you will. But yeah, sometimes I just watch stuff like that and just go, yeah, no, this is a drinking game at this point. This is not even like a show to properly consume. And I'm pretty sure there's people out there who actually liked it and liked it a lot, but it didn't feel like Winx Club. It looks like someone wanted to do like a moody, dark, magical storyline, but instead of the producers just giving them the rights to do their own original concept, they said, oh, hey, go slap the Winx Club IP on it. Because I can tell you right now, if they had just did their own idea and just let it exist as its own thing and not let it be based heavily, not even heavily, loosely based off of Winx Club, I feel like the series could have done well. Because if you don't try to like remember what this is supposed to be based off of, it can stand on its own. And I think that's why people who aren't familiar with the franchise may like it. They literally could have called that like, I don't know, magical coven of tea and drama, and it probably would have blew up. But because it was associated with Winx Club, it didn't do as nearly as well as it probably could have. All right, I'm done ranting. Let me actually get a little bit of work done. How are y'all? Actually, I think I already asked y'all, but how are y'all today? Y'all working on anything? Y'all chilling? Y'all vibing? What's on the agenda? I'm nosy. That's the... I guess I should talk about this drawing right now. So, stickers, shop launch. I've decided that I'm launching my shop at the end of the month. I'm sorry, that probably didn't sound like English. So I'm launching my shop at the end of the month. That is the goal. That is the objective. That is what I am sticking to. Whatever gets done is what gets launched. For that launch, I want to make sure that at minimum, the One Piece stickers that I did will be available in these Demon Slayer designs as well. So right now I'm working on the Nezuko design, and I already have the Tanjiro design done. And what I'm doing right now is very convoluted, but it's just the most efficient way that I can get clean lines right now, is I'm doing line work for this drawing that I've already kind of like blocked out the colors for, but it is going to be a lineless art style. So there will not be a singular line in this that isn't like a detail line or something. It's like no outlines or anything. I haven't quite figured out how to do a lineless style outside of this method, and I honestly haven't really had the time to, I can't tell you anything. Haven't had the time to really explore proper methods, so to say. So I'm just making line work that I can actually show y'all. So I'm making line work that I can then just like select. Ooh, what is happening? That is not on the correct layer. So then I can just select it and then just fill it with the color that I need. And then when I get rid of the line, oh, well, probably doesn't help that I put that on the same layer, but I can fill it with the color. And then when I get rid of the line work, I just have that block of color and it is a clean outline, as you can see here. So that is what I am currently working on, just getting the line work down. And I should be doing this line work cleaner. I should. So if I want to go back and do a lined version of it, I can. But I really like how the lineless style turned out. So for now, we're just going to stick with the lineless style. I'm trying to go outside of my comfort zone with what I usually draw, just to kind of create a little bit of visual variety, so that when you're scrolling through the website, you know, you'll see some things that do have hard lines on them, and you'll see some things that don't have line works in it. I'm just kind of doing a lot of experimentation right now. Now, what did Next say? I think I missed it earlier. Let's see. Oh, hello. Just like when the Sonic movie trailers, they had a source material, just use that. Yeah, you know, big Hollywood, corporate America, whatever you want to call it, they think they can take our precious franchises and do it better. They can't. They really can't. I guess as a One Piece fan, I'll toot my own little horn here, and that's why I'm very proud of the live action One Piece. They did a very, very good job portraying the world of One Piece in a live action form. And also, unlike some of these other series that are live action, One Piece actually had the creator Ichiro Oda back it up. He was a part of the production process. He made a lot of important decisions. He made sure that he's just like, yeah, I want this actor, I want this thing. So he was very meticulous in making sure that this live action iteration was actually going to work and be good. Like, this is his magnum opus, this is his baby. He is not gonna let some random American company just kind of disrespect and crap all over his baby. So if y'all haven't seen the live action One Piece, I highly recommend it. I've heard that a lot of people have actually started watching the series because they liked the live action version so much. Although, to be fair, the live action does spoil like 2 things that doesn't get revealed in the actual anime until much, much later. But for the sake of writing and the pacing, not the pacing, what's the word I'm looking for? The route, I guess the route that they were going for with the story, it made sense to reveal certain aspects about the story earlier than one would anticipate. Your drawing looks so good, keep it up. Thank you, Liz. Also, hi, hello, welcome to the stream. I'm just sitting here rambling about anime and old school cartoons and how live action adaptations suck, except for One Piece. One Piece is fire. And I'm just working on this sticker art. So yes. I got so distracted. I need to get better at that. So I think actually, hold on. So I'm slightly redesigning what I have at the same time. So I think I'm gonna have that piece. Where'd it go? Oh, I actually didn't know there was a live action. A live action One Piece? Yes. It's actually really, really good. I know live action has a bad trope of being just bad and poorly executed because the people in charge don't care about like the franchises that they're making the live action version of, but I can say with confidence the live action version is pretty good. But yeah, I'm gonna do this. Does that make sense? No. Hold on, let me pull up my Nezuko reference so I can actually make sure that I'm drawing these shapes out properly. Where is Pure F? There she is. Oh, okay, so it kind of goes down. I'm gonna flip my canvas. I'm gonna do this. And then this. There we go. That's a line that makes sense. I need to connect these since they're going to be solid. And then I can make this a little bump. And then do that. Just make a little crease here. Hopefully that looks good. Because then the rest of this will just be the dress. Oh, it pulls from the right. So actually, I drew this a little backwards. I don't want to show too much of her leg though. Alright, gotta whip out the pencil. I think it's real pencil. Oh, this is the one from the tablet. Okay. I'm gonna have to restructure this real quick. Make a new layer. So if I were to see this from behind, that would be like right here, and then the part that droops would go like right here. So you would see a bit of her like butt, and I don't want that. So we're just gonna have this droop down a little bit lower and make like a small slit here, so that way you don't actually see any of her like exposed bits, because there's enough unsavory artwork of this poor child online. I do not want to contribute to it. So we'll go right here. This might be a weird line, but we'll make it work. We're gonna have it droop like that. If you had to say which season is the worst in Demon Slayer, which one is the worst in your opinion? What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Am I considered like cheap or a sellout by saying that no season is bad right now? In my personal opinion? The first season started off really, really strong. You got a good sense of the world, the environment, and they did not cut any corners when it came to the animation. It looked very, very good, and it gave you a really good sense of the pace of the world and like the different characters involved. And then in season 2, you get introduced to more characters of the world, and they kind of introduce like the main bad guy a little bit more, and you start learning, I guess you start kind of like watching the main character kind of grow and develop over time. And then what happens in the third season? And then in the third season, you kind of see like the payoff and like the big growing moment for the character, because they get into like these big serious fights. You get to see them kind of like develop and grow as kind of like a slayer of demons and whatnot. So honestly, I don't think there's a dud in the Demon Slayer seasons right now, like at all. Like I think my roommate and I are still watching season, is it 3 or 4? 4. So my roommate and I are still watching season 4. Yes, I know we are behind. We will catch up eventually. But everything's been really, really good. I'm kind of thinking if there's like any pacing issues that I can think of, but there really isn't. Simp. That is the word that I'm looking for. Am I a simp by saying that there are no bad seasons of Demon Slayer? In my personal opinion, I have not found any yet. So drink a little bit more. So yeah, Liz, I hope that answers your question, or giving you like a brief synopsis of like what kind of goes down in each season. Like they build on top of each other very, very well. That's true, but which do you not vibe with? Yes, there was season good. Gosh. Well, I guess I'm just a simp. None of the seasons really hit me the wrong way. If anything, maybe season 2, just because I'm kind of drawing a blank of what happens a little bit. But I wouldn't say that's a reflection of like the quality of the season. I think that's just more so I haven't seen that season in a while, so my brain is drawing a little bit of a blank. I mean, I know what happens to Rengoku for the most part, but I forget what happens afterwards. I think there was a big fight or something. There's a big fight every season, honestly. So yeah, I'm just a Demon Slayer simp. There we go. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. I have to fix this little area, but doing some reconstruction on this drawing. I guess we could put like a line here and then like some lines here to show that it's like being tucked in. So this would actually lay flatter. So if I have this here, it'd probably break off here. So kind of see, where's her body? So there's like noodle body here, and like the butt kind of comes around this way because the leg connects here. So we could probably split that open just a little bit and have it lay kind of bunched up here. So you could just have it blend in with that and then just have this come in. So then it just has that spill out from the side. I'm gonna make that flatter because she is technically in a bubble. Have you read the manga of Demon Slayer? I have not. I have been almost exclusively watching the anime. Been really into like the animation that they've been putting into it, so I have not dove into the manga as of yet. I do have the Shonen Jump app, so I can dive into the manga if I really wanted to. So we're gonna redraw this line. Shonen Jump should have affiliate codes for people. So when people bring awareness, they can get a little bit of that love back. Not how to draw this droopy fabric. You know what? It's just gonna be a fat mound. We're just gonna do that. Make my life easier. And then we're just gonna smooth. Oop, that's a hand. Why is that a hand? We'll just bring this in and have that do that. We'll have it tuck under. Okay. Reconstructive surgery done. So now I can go back to doing lines. Right, I'm doing line work. My Trader Joe's. We should definitely go together. Oh, I told you. Yeah. Okay. Line. That is a pencil. My hands all hurting and stuff. The heck? Right, line work. So now that we have properly drawn it, I think originally I had drawn this section of like her dress as if I was looking at it from the front, but I'm seeing it from the side. And now that I'm looking at a reference of Nezuko, that part of her okay, hold on. That part of her dress actually wraps the other way. So I'm so glad I'm looking at references, because that would have been really bad. We're just gonna take this section and do a little flippy flip, cause I itch be lazy. You never know. What's that audio sound? I was like, they'll never know. They'll totally know. They'll never know. They'll totally know. They'll never know. It's like, you won't know that I just totally just flipped this around. It looks a little funky though. I'll draw it. I'll behave. I'll draw it. Back, I went to eat breakfast. So cute. Thank you, Lizzie. Hey, Liz and Lizzie. What are the odds? Let's redraw this. So don't know if it's from the point of view that I'm looking at this drawing from, like my reference image, but I forget between, it's not, kimono and yukata in the Japanese dress. The way you fold it over your body, like right over left versus left over right, I think it has gender implications. So this reference of Nezuko, it's right over left, and I think for men's yukatas, it's left over right. I might be wrong, but I'm just gonna follow the reference that I'm looking at because it looks like official artwork and just kind of go from there. I hope I'm not doing this wrong. Oop, that is an eraser. Oh wait, Lizzie, what are you eating for breakfast? I'm nosy. I had a French toast muffin. It was delicious and too sweet, and I might regret that later, but that's okay. And I also have coffee. Went to a local coffee shop here. They have, nope, the other way. They had a coffee called the Nutty Irishman, which is just a latte with espresso, milk, and then they add hazelnut and Irish cream flavoring. It's very good. I'm a sucker for hazelnut coffee. Although, I guess you could say I'm on the hunt for a good syrup for hazelnut because I'd love to make it at home. But I've noticed in most recent years, hazelnut flavoring just has like this weird artificial underbite, and I'm not a super huge fan of that lately. So I haven't been getting hazelnut as much. And this drink kind of has it too, but I live. Breakfast burrito, let's go. We like breakfast burritos in this house. All right, back to the section I need to redraw. I'm gonna combine all these layers. I don't want my work to be all separated. Merge that. Okay, it's all one layer now. So Anzi says Anzi coming in with the facts. Let's go. The significance is that women are usually dressed by others, so the left goes on top because most people are right-handed. It's the same with button-up shirts. Ah, okay. Good to know. Thanks for the extra little nugget of info. Appreciate it. All right, back to this. Whoa. Eraser, behave yourself. All right. Oh, I still gotta redraw the hands too. Oh, well, I'll get to that. Because right now they're like cute little chibi nubs. But for Chandra, I kind of did like these weird like frog hands. I'm gonna call these frog hands. So I need to figure out how to translate that for like Nezuko's hands right here. So I guess I'll resketch that in a second. Thank you, stabilization. Okay, so all of these are for my shop launch that's happening soon. Just thinking about the different pieces that I want in. So I want one piece stickers, which I already got those done. I just need to reprint some. Because for the cutting mat that I use for my machine, the one that it comes with is very, very sticky. It's a standard mat, and the standard mat usually is a lot stickier, so it can hold on to like paper really, really well, and the machines are used to cut vinyl, so they need to be pretty dang sticky to hold it down. The issue with that is that because paper, or at least the sticker paper that I'm using, is very light, I am full of useless trivia. Same, but for like anime. So specifically like Dragon Ball, I can give you a bunch of useless information about Dragon Ball that serves absolutely no purpose in like a, why do you know that? But I'm just thinking about what I want for the shop launch. So I guess I'll just like give y'all a little peek into my brain about how I'm planning this launch and whatnot. So inventory wise, I wanted to just stick to stickers and prints, and I'm making everything myself. I'm not outsourcing anything. I'm not manufacturing stickers for like Sticker App or anything like that. I'm doing everything myself. So originally I wanted 20 things to launch with. Is that entirely too much to start? Yes it is. It is way too much. I've seen people launch with like 4 things and they're all like these really cute stickers, but I'm extra. I like making things harder for myself than they need to be. So originally I was going to launch with 20 items, but as I was planning everything and figuring out like what themes and what pieces of artwork, because it's going to be half fan art and half original art, because although yes, fan art does draw people in, I still want to be able to sell my own original art as well. Actually, I can show y'all what some of that looks like. Give me a moment while I load something in. Give that a second to load. So I also want to sell fan art and original art. So let me zoom out a bit so I can explain this a little bit better. So for the fan art side of things, I have Demon Slayer stickers, which are these two, and I have some One Piece stickers. For the original art side of things, let me get rid of this. For the original art side of things, I have these original characters, Sol and Luna. They are my sun and moon themed clowns that I also plan on selling in the launch, along with some witchy themed characters. They're going to be a trio of sisters that I'm planning. Do I have any pictures of them? I don't think I took any pictures of my sketchbook, but it's going to be a trio of sisters and they're going to be witch themed. So those pieces are going to be the original art that I'll sell for the shop. And then of course these fan art pieces will be for, where's the One Piece stuff so I can just show y'all what that looks like. And the fan art pieces will be the One Piece and Demon Slayer, just because those are two series that I really, really like. And I personally don't believe in selling fan art of series that I'm not like a big fan of. Well, maybe not a big fan, but like if I like the series enough that I want to draw it, then I would dub that worthy of being something that I could make and sell in my own shop. But prime example, Jujutsu Kaisen, very popular series, makes a lot of money at conventions. I'm not a fan of it, so I'm not making fan art. Another one, Chainsaw Man, very popular series, sells really, really well at conventions and fan art and whatnot. The only character I like is Power, so if I were to ever sell anything that was Chainsaw Man, it would only be Power because she's the only character I like. So for the launch itself, I have these One Piece theme stickers, which I'm honestly debating on lightening the outline color so it can show up a little bit better, and so on. So I'm sorry, I'm getting so distracted just kind of explaining stuff, but those were the items that I wanted to sell for my launch. So it was going to be 20. It was going to be 2 of the stickers, so Tanjiro and Nezuko, and I'm also going to turn these drawings into prints, so there'll be prints and sticker versions of them. And for the One Piece fan art portion, it was going to be the sticker designs that you saw earlier, along with, what was it, some prints as well. But I could not for the life of me come up with a good concept for prints, because I know and there's nothing wrong with this, but a lot of artists tend to take their art that they make for stickers and they make them prints, and I am doing this for my Demon Slayer prints, but I wanted to do something a little different for the One Piece themed prints, and I couldn't come up with a interesting concept that I was excited to draw. So ultimately I'm just gonna do the stickers and come up with some prints later, because I also don't want to delay the launch just because I don't have these art pieces done. Like in theory, I could launch right now with those 3 One Piece stickers and be perfectly content, but because I am extra and I have to do everything that I possibly can to make things way more harder for myself, I want to launch with far more. The wanted posters for the crew, I like that idea, but I've also seen it a lot as well, because obviously every idea isn't going to be a 100% original idea. Even this idea of like these characters being trapped in bubbles isn't something unique, but it's something that at least for me is different. Something to where if you were walking around in convention, at least in the conventions that I've gone to across the past couple of years where Demon Slayer has been popular, I haven't seen anything executed in this way. So that's why I'm very excited to continue on with this idea. For the One Piece ones, I haven't quite figured out a good print idea, because the prints for these are going to be smaller prints, only about 5 inches by 5 inches. So kind of fell into a rut there, so I just kind of left those alone. So the launch will be all the sticker designs that y'all saw, plus the witchy ones that I still need to do, and 2 of the small size prints of Tanjiro and Nezuko, along with a Nami print, a Nami drawing that I did, which was actually in a video that I did a long time ago. And by long time ago, I mean like a couple months ago. Where is she? This image, which I might actually go back and redo some of the line work just so it's a little bit cleaner. But this print will be available to purchase. I'm probably gonna get rid of my logo there in the corner. And then I have an illustration planned for my original characters as well. So for the witchy, I've kind of named them internally witchy sisters, because they're just a trio of sisters that are women of color, black women of course, because I'm black, because why not? And they each have like their own different like Afrocentric hairstyles and their own different like vibes and aesthetics. And for the larger prints, I have one of the eldest sister where she's just kind of doing like a little selfie. It's just something simple and cute that I think will be nice and aesthetic for like my alternative goth girlies out there, or boys, or theys, whoever it may be. For my alternative goth people out there. There we go, I'll just say that. And then, what's happening? Oh, a moment, I must mute. All right, sorry about that. I had to go mute mid-sentence there. Got a call from my mama. That ain't none of y'all business, none of y'all business, but it's all good. She is doing well. So, I've completely forgotten what I was talking about. Something art, something One Piece, something original concept, something. I'm making my launch too hard for myself. Right, I was talking about my launch and just kind of how I'm figuring stuff out for like inventory and whatnot. Well, hello zombie, welcome to the stream. We are working on sticker art for my future shop launch. I have been rambling into the ethos about launch things in various anime. How are you doing today? All right, launch things. I'm sorry, y'all. My brain will come back to this, I promise. I guess I'll just circle back to, that's good. How about myself? I am well. I literally ran errands up until 30 minutes before this stream started. So I'm a little frazzled and out of breath, but that's okay. Well, that was an hour ago, but I'm still mildly frazzled. All right. What was I doing? So I'm reconstructing the line work for this drawing, because the original drawing I had worked, but now that I'm actually looking at the reference for Nezuko, it's actually very different. So I've fixed that a little bit. I still need to come back and fix the hand. But back to talking about the launch. So, oh, right, original art. So for the larger prints that I plan on selling, I have the witchy sister. She's like the elder sister. She has like dreads, and she's kind of doing like a cute little selfie with like her tongue out, because she's like, you know, she's a little bit of an it girl. And I think that'll be like a fun print to pretty much appeal to kind of like people who like the gothic and alternative fashions, because I personally also like gothic and alternative fashion, and that's where actually, hold on, my mother is calling me back again. All right, sorry for the detour once again. Troubleshooting some tech issues with my mother, just making sure that she's got all her stuff good to go. All right, so there was the witchy themed print, and then I have another print idea. I don't know if I'm gonna get it done in time. That is the tricky part. But the two sun and moon themed characters that you saw earlier, I want to do an illustration with the both of them. They are space themed clowns, and I want to draw an illustration of the two of them together, just kind of floating through space. I think it would be like a nice kind of vibe for like the concept that I have for those two characters. And I feel like everything that I have planned is a good basis for how I want to do the shop going forward, because I want it to be a good mix of fan art and original art. Because I know fan art will sell, but eventually I want to be able to sell my original art. Sorry if I'm repeating myself, having to like reconnect my brain every time I come back from the phone card. That's good, that's good. And then there's other logistic things that I'm figuring out right now, like, hello, Sienna. I'm gonna say Sienna. If it's wrong, I'm so sorry. And that's just the art side of things for this launch. There is also the kind of a behind the scenes part, so making sure the website's all good to go, making sure that like the payment processor is functioning. Since I am registered in my state to do business, I have to make sure that the sales tax stuff is good to go. Sniff sniff, is this an underrated artist? Yes it is. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I'm incredibly flattered by your compliment. I appreciate your kindness and your enthusiasm. So actually, yeah, you're new here. Welcome. For context, I am working on Demon Slayer themed artwork for my shop launch happening at the end of the month. So right now I am working on Nezuko. I have already finished Tanjiro. I can just show you quickly what that looks like before I dive back in. So I'm trying to get her to match this style. I really love how this turned out. The colors, the vibes, it's precious. So we're trying to match that same energy with Nezuko. And right now I'm just doing the line work. Even though I'm not going to use the line work, it is going to be a guide for doing the flat colors. So that's what we're doing today. And we've just been kind of rambling. I've been going on about like my shop launch and just what I'm planning for, the logistics, the different art that I want to do. And earlier we were just kind of talking about like different animes and how some live action versions just don't need to exist. So yeah, how you be? While you're answering that, I will continue talking about shop launch things. So outside of the art part, there is the logistics side of things. So making sure that the website is good to go, making sure that I am a registered business. So I have to collect sales tax. So I need to make sure that my website is set up to properly collect sales tax for the places that I am registered in. I need to make sure that I figured out all of my shipping and whatnot, just to make sure it's good. I do not like how that looks. We're gonna undo that. I need to make sure that my shipping is good to go, like I know how much everything is going to cost, or just roughly, and just making sure that a bunch of stuff is good to go so that when I launch at the end of the month, I don't have to worry about anything. Although of course things are gonna get messy, things are gonna mess up, things may be wrong, but for the time being, that is everything that I am currently working on. I am going to redo this foot. I feel like logically the foot wouldn't be facing, so like right now the foot is facing as if like the front of the foot is here and it goes back in space, if that makes any sense. But in reality, it should be like to the side. My Little Pony foot should be on the side. That bigger. Now that I'm actually looking at the drawing. Because it doesn't make sense for a foot to be facing so forward to the camera when in reality it should be facing this way. So we're just gonna do some more reconstructive surgery and redraw out this little section. Just a little bit. Just gonna do that. Bring the foot shape back in. So yeah, there's a lot of things to go into a launch, and for this YouTube channel in particular, I am documenting a good bit of it. I've been getting a little behind because I have been focusing on just making sure that the art and logistic stuff is good for the launch, but I will have videos coming out in like the next couple of weeks covering everything. So right now I'm working on a video where I talk about how I started planning out my website and how that looks. What else is happening in that video? That video is also gonna cover what's it covering? The website, coming up with a email newsletter, and doing some of the art for the brand, which I actually did that on stream a couple of weeks ago. So that video is going to cover that info. And then I need to make this darker. Where's the density is up. I guess, is it texture density? Oh, it's transparent. That's why it's not showing up so well. Okay, it's fine. I'm smart. I know what I'm doing. I totally know what I'm doing. Oh my god, that's taking too long. So, oh crap, I lost my train of thought. I'm so sorry. Let's see. Just gonna fill that in. Just redraw these little sections. Let me see. Right, videos that are coming soon. So that will cover some of the branding art that I did. So updating my business card, because I made one a while ago, but the information isn't as up to date as it could be now. So yeah, I think I'm gonna use this line here to break up this area. We need to figure that out. So I'm updating my business card. I have some graphics for the website itself that I'm kind of working on. I don't know if I'll actually be able to use them, but I made them anyway because I felt like it. Just gonna do this. Yeah, big bulby area here. And then we're gonna do this, and then that, and then, hold on, let me get my Nezuko reference up so I can see, make sure. Okay. So it kind of covers the feet a little bit, and it's darker. So simple sandals, and it covers the feet. Good to know, good to know. I almost drew this incorrectly. So it actually covers the feet a bit, and there's one around the ankle, which I did not realize. So we're just gonna do that. So boom, it's there. So that's one video coming. It's like more of a administrative video. It's not the most exciting topics when preparing for a shop launch, but since I really want to document every single thing so that, you know, I just have something to look back on a couple years from now and be like, oh, this is like baby me figuring out how I did my shop things. And then, hello, Love Vamp. Welcome. I'm rambling about shop launch things. How are you today? So even though talking about like the administrative aspects of like, oh, building a website and, you know, coming up with an email list, it's not the most exciting things, but that is a part of, at least in this day and age, running a small business. Because I'm not using Etsy, I'm not using like Redbubble or anything to sell these designs. I'm making them all myself, and I am doing my own website and everything. So there's a little extra steps involved. If I wanted to make my life a little bit easier, which we've already discussed that I just make things harder for myself for no good reason, I could go on Etsy and they could handle the taxes for me and do all that other stuff, but I'm selfish and greedy and I don't like how much they charge for fees, so I'd rather make life harder for myself than them take more of the potential profits that I can use to put back into this business. But that's just me. So yeah, that's one video. Another video coming will be the first studio vlog, which will be this, honestly. Me covering just everything that I'm doing to make like the different art pieces for the launch. So that'll be like the first channel studio vlog in studio vlog fashion, where it'll be a mashup of just me preparing and working. I don't know if I'm gonna like talk to the camera much, but I've been recording a crap ton of clips, so we will see how that turns out. And what does Love Vamp say? She says, doing okay right now. How am I? I am good. I'm mildly frazzled, mainly just because my brain never had a chance to rest. I ran a bunch of errands and I came home about 30 minutes before the stream started. So actually, no, I just realized I'm not drawing that right. I ran a bunch of errands right before the stream started, so I'm a little bit frazzled. That is not how a foot looks, but I'm slowly kind of decompressing and getting my brain back in order. But yeah, so far it's just been a little vibey-wibies. So yeah, that's another video coming down the pipeline of just a studio vlog. I have another video planned, which I'm going to be recording all the clips for that next week, which will be another studio vlog where I'm working on the prints. So everything so far that I've been working on art-wise has been stickers. The One Piece stickers, the Demon Slayer stickers, the witchy themed stickers that I have planned, and the Moon Clown and Sun Clown themed stickers. Those have all been stickers, but I also want to do prints. So the third video in the pipeline is going to be a studio vlog, another studio vlog, where I focus on working on the larger prints and getting those cut out. My roommate and I, we got a not a cutting machine, but like, you know those old school paper cutters where you have to like hold the thing down and it just looks like a guillotine. Yeah, it looks like a guillotine. We got one of those, but we got like a fancy one because we're both doing business things, so we can both use it, so we just split the cost of it. But it's like this big bulky guillotine looking thing, and it has like all these little turns and cranks that you can like hold the paper down, and we've been using that to like cut our bigger pieces of paper. And I'm really excited to like really get in and like figure out how that works, because we did a couple of testing and we found that the little clamp that it uses to hold the paper in place puts a little bit of an indent in the paper, which we're not super huge fans of, but what can you do? So there'll be a video covering just kind of like me working on the art prints and then kind of figuring out the guillotine. And yes, they are very, very sharp. Like, I get a little anxious thinking about using it, but at the same time, it's like, I'm not a fool. I'm not gonna rush into things. I'm gonna take my time, figure it out, and keep my fingers away from that dang blade. So I'm not gonna cut myself with that thing accidentally. Kylie Dominique, hello. Oh, from Houston. Hey girl, hey, I got family over there. I'm so goofy. But oh shoot, where was I? Something guillotine. So yes, that's the next video another video down the pipeline that I plan on making. And then of course the last video before launch, which that means I have to make 4 videos in the span of like 2.5 weeks. I could do it. I'm not in total denial about that. I can totally do that. I am sorry if that was too loud. I can totally do that. But so yeah, those are the videos I have planned. And I feel kind of bad because I was in the middle of doing a MegaCon review series, and that completely hit the back burner when I realized, oh snap, I need to launch my shop. So once the shop gets launched and all of those are, once the shop is launched and everything's good to go, I will pivot back to the MegaCon series, because I only have about 3 or 4 videos left of that series as well. Because I'm pretty sure a lot of people have come to this channel because of those videos, and I feel bad because I haven't really posted anything in that series yet because I had to pivot to doing the shop thing. But that's okay. It's fine. The internet is forever. People will come back, or new people will show up. It's all good. I'm not anxious about that at all. I digress. So yeah, this video is coming. I have the shop launch planned and ready to go. So that was probably very chaotic, but that's kind of like my headspace right now, figuring out everything for this launch and just making sure that everything goes as smooth as reasonably possible. You know what, while I'm here, let me do some reconstructive surgery on the hands. I'm very chaotic energy right now, so I hope y'all vibe. Let's see. Lil Vamp says that guillotines are sharp. Kylie Dominique is from Houston. 281. Lil Vamp says hi and confirmed that I was not loud. Awesome. Also, Kylie, I saw your comment on the community post. Thank you for saying that it was good info, because even now as I watch back through the video and I go things like, oh, I could have mentioned this, oh, I could have mentioned that, oh, I didn't even talk about what type of printer I have, or I didn't even talk about these 3 different topics. So the fact that you think that that was a lot of information, I'm just like, whew. Yes. There was still so much more I could have shared, but I didn't want to post like an hour-long video. Should be kind of floating in the ethos, but I think I'll be fine with that. These hands. Chaos. Yeah. once I get going, I can't shut up. Like, words come out, thoughts come out, and it's just like blah 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 blah. And then next thing I know, I've rambled about 10 different things. I've mentioned One Piece at least twice, my loathing for Goku at least once, and completely derailed in our completely different topics. Let's see. Kylie says, I aspire to make stickers and don't have an art school background. I thought it was a great crash course. Oh my gosh, thank you. You were very welcome. That is the goal with this launch in particular. I want to make sure that I document as much as possible, because even though it could be a good reference for me just to kind of go back and be like, oh, this is how I did this is how I did that, this is where I started, I also know that it can be a very good reference for other people out there, because yes, there are a million and one different art YouTubers who are documenting their businesses and documenting their journeys and sharing how they make different things, but you know, I just want to throw my hat into the pool of creators, because even though there's a bunch of information out there, one thing that I have learned from being a avid YouTube junkie is that everybody learns things differently. Someone can say the exact same thing as someone else, but because they said it differently, because they showed it slightly differently, because you vibe with that person, it clicks and you're like, oh my God, I get it. And that is one thing that I have learned, because just from all the different tutorials that I've gone through, I have found a handful of people who literally said the same thing over and over and over again, but there was that one creator where I was like, I get it now, because they explained it the exact same way that everyone else did, but for whatever reason it just clicked. So yeah, that's kind of like my headspace for documenting everything. And another thing is that after consuming so much content of people building up their stores and doing this, that, and the third, a lot of them regret not documenting more of that process. And I'm just like, well, let me just learn from their, I guess, shortcoming, I don't know what you would want to call that, and just document everything that I can. Plus, I'm like hyper meticulous and very like, I guess meticulous is the word. I want to share as much information possible. I like sharing things. So it just gives me an outlet to share as much as I can. So yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy that you have gotten the vibes. I've just been rambling. What have y'all been saying in chat? I see words. Let's see. Love Vamp says, isn't wrong to do this video in parts. Too much info in one video can be overwhelming. So true. That is how the MechaCon video got broken up into multiple pieces. Originally, that video was gonna be like an hour long because I just had so much information. And then I realized, oh wait, each section of this video could be its own dang video. So I just decided, you know what, screw it. We're just gonna make them their own dang videos. I do plan on uploading a compilation of everything, so like pretty much the entire series in one video for like the 5 people who would rather just sit down for an hour and just take notes. So I will upload that eventually, but for now I just have like I think 2 or 3 more parts because it's almost done, and that's the part that kills me. It was almost done and then life happened. Kylie says, I hear you, and Love Vamp's like, oh, love the rambling, please keep going. I'm just like, Yeah, I talk a lot, which is another reason why I started a YouTube channel, because it's like, instead of annoying my friends and family, I can annoy random people on the internet. Same, part of the vibe that made me subscribe. Oh, well, thank you, I appreciate that. I guess you're not random now. Everyone here is a homie. I haven't figured out like a community name stuff, mainly because I don't really have that much of a community to begin with, but I like how some creators have like names like, who is it? What's her name? Goofy woman. I love her to death. Kelly Stamps. I think she calls her community like, not the stamp army, but like the stampies or like the letterheads. I don't know. I forget what she calls them, but like whatever she calls her stuff is super freaking cute. But we'll get there. I'm in no rush. I'm just starting. Also, for those of y'all who are here, we reached 800 subscribers. Hello, what the heck is going on? Thank you. That was surprising because I haven't been posting as much. Of course, you know, subscribers are low and views are low and all that kind of stuff, and I would like to get monetized at some point, but just the fact that I literally just look at my phone, I'm just like, oh, when did we get here? Okay, cool, thanks. Let's see, Love Vamp says, sorry for the spelling errors, English isn't my first language. Oh no, you're fine. I don't know how to spell or read properly, so if you're spelling things wrong, I don't know where they are. How about Nerd Forge? Love her energy. Yes, I love Nerd Forge. I haven't watched any of her videos recently. I think the last one I watched was when her and her boyfriend, husband, fiance, partner, her significant other did they did a challenge where they tried to teach themselves Blender in like a week. Of course, she kind of kicked her partner's butt, but he made some cool stuff. I was impressed. I'm like, yo, look at y'all. I think that was the last video I watched of those two. Kylie asked, do I take commissions? As of right now, no. When I started posting on Instagram, I did get a few inquiries from friends of friends who also asked if I do commissions, but as of right now, no. I want to 100% focus on like the shop launch, get it up and going, because after this launch, I also want to do like a little mini Halloween launch. Last year I challenged myself to draw every day for every day in October. Spoiler alert, I only got to like day 27, but we don't talk about that. And I did a bunch of Halloween themed stickers designs, and I drew them every day, like fully sketched, rendered and everything. And I want to roll those out a little bit closer to Halloween. I should probably do it now, but I haven't because I'm behind, but that's okay. That is okay. Life happens and things don't go the way you want them to. You just persevere and you keep on going. So right now, no, but eventually, yes. Let's see, Love Fam. Oh, that is an older one. They made a whole themed workshop and kitchen. I bet they did. They're just like dream team. That's like couple goals right there. It's like, I would love to have a partner who is just as creative or as intuitive, engineering, who could like collaborate and or work together on projects. That's how I feel about there's a cosplayer named Kamui Cosplay. She and her husband work together for her cosplays. He's like more technical, so he does a lot of like the 3D printing and like the modeling for certain sections of her product, like her props, and then she'll do like the foam work and everything, and they'll kind of like work together. I think he helps her paint a little bit too. That's kind of like a really nice, like just really nice couple goals. I don't know, I just rambled there for a second. Dominique, I want to cosplay such drag husband. I feel that. I 100% feel that. Get yourself a partner who will dress up with you. That's like goals. But honestly, I'm curious, since you are like the second or third person, Kylie, to inquire about commissions, what did you have in mind? Because my coworker wants me to do a sticker recreation for her. She has like the sticker of like a mermaid design that she loved when she grew up, but of course the sticker kind of died with age, so she wants me to redraw it for her. And I do plan on doing that at some point. And I have another person who wants me to draw a very specific scene from Spice and Wolf for them, and I plan on circling back to them as well. So I'm curious, if you were to commission me, Kylie, what were you looking for? Because I can say right now, I mostly do character work. I suck at backgrounds and environments. My strength is definitely characters. Some kind of cute icon photo / character me to use on social. My drag name is Dominique Luzon. Okay. That I can definitely do. I can 100% do that, actually. Hey, Kyle. I'm over feeling caught one myself. Hey, that's what's up. So wait, Kylie, you have a drag name. What are your pronouns? I've been saying she because I see your profile. Have I been insensitive? Have I been saying the wrong things? I just want to make sure. Jelly. But it's funny how you mention profile pictures because that was definitely in the realm of what I was thinking. Minute Magic the Gathering. Oh, that sounds like a good time. I have a friend who they met someone at a convention and they've been happily married for like 10 plus years now. And I'm just like, oh my God, that's the goal. That is the dream. And they're both avid cosplayers too. It was like a match made in heaven for the two of them. So happy for them. But yes, funnily enough, let's just take you a little bit into the inside of my brain. When I was originally planning this YouTube channel, I wasn't going to do art and art business related things. I was actually going to make it a 3D channel because one of my aspirations is to, well, it was going to be a 3D channel, but it was going to be a 3D art channel because once upon a time ago, I got a degree in animation and design, and I wanted to use that degree to create 3D artwork and illustrations. But because I'm also a nerd and otaku, I wanted to do 3D art and illustrations that looked 2D. Oh, that little bubble of an eyelash is precious. We're doing it. She's keeping that eyelash. But yeah, I'm actually gonna I'm gonna detour one more again. Oh God, which one is it? Is it this one? No. That's not it. Where is... Hold on, I am doing a thing real quick. I need to move something around. I thought I had this. Oh, I flipped the thing. Okay. I think I know what happened. I'm so sorry. Was I just like rambling into the ethos and y'all heard nothing? I think I know what that was. Hold on. We're just gonna do window capture. Web. Sound is back. Wow. Call me out sooner, please. Call me out sooner. Okay. There we go. Hi, hello. We've entered the zone of internet that I've just been staring at this whole time. I'm so sorry. I cannot remember the website to save my life that had the 3D models. I want to say Shapeways, but I know it's not Shapeways. Shapeways. Next, maybe you remember, I think you were in that stream where Sketchfab, oh my god, thank you, you were a godsend. You were a godsend. I need to bookmark this website. Where's my favorites? A lot of people are following me. I ain't doing nothing. Where is my gallery? That's what I want. You see collections, purchases, settings. I am so sorry. I'm kind of rambling off into the ethos, but for 3D art and design, I have some experience into it. I went to school for it, and I want to create artwork that looks like this eventually, where it gives off that 2D vibe. Like this right here, that is a 3D model. Like this is a fully 3D model that someone like modeled out and then texture painted. And then where's the main example? And something like this, where you can clearly tell it's a 3D model, but the way that it's shaded, the way that it's textured, it gives off a 2D vibe. Because like if you looked at this just from the front, you wouldn't know that that's 3D. And that's ultimately what I wanted for this channel originally. That was the original plan. But I decided that since I am focusing on an art business, I should make the channel about that. And I can integrate this eventually. Like, look at this. This is textured so beautifully. They're little pastries, but they're 100% 3D. This is like my long-term aspiration, because eventually I want to be able to make and create artwork and sell like sticker designs and prints, but it's using these techniques versus the latter, and that can expand into other kind of like monetization possibilities as well. But yeah, 3D goals and aspirations eventually. But back to drawing and being less distracted, and y'all actually being able to hear me. So I don't know why I brought that up again, but it is what it is. So yeah, we're just working on this. I love this simple little bubble eyelash. I don't know why, but it's really stinking cute. No, I gotta do this. I'm just gonna do this number right here. We actually put the line work into overdrive. Thank you, Next, for saying Sketchfab. Oh my goodness, I would not have remembered that to save my stinking life. All right, back to lining this thing. See, I think it'd just be better to do solid lines. There's no sense having to draw out that shape. Can't draw 3D like that. Hope they're going to develop a really good 3D scanner so I can scan my sculptures. If you have a I know there's 3D scanning software that you can use your phone, and you can scan stuff with your phone, and then it'll create a model that you can work off of for sure. I want to say it's for Apple phones. I don't know if the technology has reached Android devices yet, because Apple gets everything. Looks like she has whiskers. Let me draw this. So I remember back in the good old days when I was in college and didn't have to worry about adulting responsibilities, we did a internship for a 3D printing company, and they had different types of scanners. One of them was like the big fancy room where you like walk in, there's a crap ton of cameras and it pieces it together. And they had an app on their phone that allowed them to scan us, and we made like little 3D busts of ourselves. But I think they had Apple phones, and that might be why it worked. So I'd have to dig a little deeper to see if they've moved that technology to like other devices. Yes, I know those, but it loses a lot of detail, and I have Android because I sculpt. Oh, you do tiny sculptures. Ooh, yeah, you would need like a really bougie camera so it can like really get into those details. I feel like my brain is already like turning in gears on like how that would work for your tiny sculptures. You might be able to take a high quality picture of like the front, back, and sides. And then, what's it called? Bump map. There might be tech out there where you can turn your pictures into bump maps. So then you could do the 3D scan and it'll just be like the mass of the figure. And then this bump map, you apply it to that solid mass and it brings back all of that texture, if that makes any sense. So instead of having to go in and like sculpt in those details digitally, that map will take the information. How do I put it? Yeah, that bump map will take that information. I think it's called a normal map. Depends on the software. There's bump map and then there's normal map. But it'll take that information and then it will turn that photograph into the information it needs to go, okay, this area raises out here and this part is like indented and this part has like a crease and a crevice. I used to use those a lot in school. And I know there's ways to generate it as well. So that might be an alternative, if that makes any sense. So I guess, what would you search for that? I guess normal maps from photograph might be what you would want to start to look up to see if there's something out there for that. Or like a normal map maker or a normal map converter. I'd start there. See what you can get. Because there might be extra steps to like edit the photograph to where it presents the right information and then it can convert from there. I used to have one, dang it. Okay. Sorry, when the brain gets into the 3D zone, I'm like, it goes. Anzi would know I still need to help them with a 3D model that they're looking into. Right, I pivoted into 3D because of Kylie. They were talking about commission things, and that was one of the things I was going to do to like monetize my skill set once I improved my 3D, is that I was going to do profile picture commissions, but they were going to be 3D models. So your profile picture could look a little unique and different because it's 3D and not like a 2D illustration. Not to downplay any medium, but I don't know, a 3D profile picture is kind of cool. And that's not something that everyone will have unless they use like like a avatar maker or something. But I might get back into that. I still need to hone my 3D skill. I need to revive my 3D skill actually, because I haven't done 3D in a really long time. At least, I think the last time I messed around with Blender was maybe about 2 or 3 years ago. But yes, let me stop rambling for like 10 minutes so I can get this outline done. That's Tanjiro's. Where your shoes at, boy? They weren't that big. Like 50? 40. So yeah, they were about 40 wide for him. Instructional 3D I can do, really useful for printing and have a few things drawn out for art alley display. Ooh, very nice. Yes, eventually I would like to marry 2D and 3D together to kind of create a semi-unique-ish concept of blending 2D and 3D art to make art. That is ultimately the end goal. But for right now, I'm focusing on the 2D skill set since I haven't really honed that in a really long time. So that's why I'm kind of doing this lineless style to kind of like push my brain creatively so I just don't go into a place of comfort and then kind of expand from there. But that's awesome. Welcome to the 3D skill set gang, Love Lamp. Let's see. Alright, so those lines are done, those lines are done. What else do I need? Fix the puff for the shoe. I need to reconstruct that hand. I can go ahead and make that sleeve. So I would like to get the colors down and figured out before the stream ends. Let me just... Right, it needs to be one solid shape. And then a bulge. And then boop. This will have to be line work. So that part's done, the hair is fine, that section's fine. I can go back to the leg. I'm gonna shadow right here. So I know there's a shadow there. I will fix the hand in a second. The hair is fine. Her hair is very simple. That's good. I need the face piece and the leg. Okay, so the preliminary line work is almost done. That's good, that's good, that's good. Layers. It's my sketch layer, right? Yeah. This outline almost looks purple, but I know it's pure black. What is my line? So I want to do straight lines. No, round shapes. Smooth enough. You can fix these shapes in the solid form. That's way too big. That is not an eraser. I always end up hitting the sparkle brush instead of the eraser, and every time it freaks me out. The shape, so this is fine. Okay. There and there, there and there. I need to redraw the hand. I also need to redraw this hand. And the shoes. Okay, we're almost there. Almost there. I'll come back to the hands. Let me do the line work. So if I do all the line work, then I can go back. All right, next says, speaking of Artist Alley, I love Vamp. Have you participated in one or plan to? At VulpiPunk, do you ever think you'll do cons in the future? Yes, 100% yes. I have about 4 conventions that happen in my city, and next year I plan on applying to dang near all of them. Hopefully I can get into at least 1 or 2, but we shall see. I would apply for the one that's coming up in like 2 months or so, but I'm not trying to stress myself the hell out. I'm just gonna focus on the launch, keep it simple. But definitely next year, I'm applying for as many cons as I can in my local area and in the surrounding areas if I feel like doing the tax yada yada. Which is very exciting, which is one of the reasons why I did the MegaCon review series, which I will finish, and the what the con have I done? WasabiCon, and I still have 2 convention reviews that I still haven't gotten around to uploading because I went to Bold Matsuri and Collective Con. I got tea for Collective Con. That con, every time I think about it, it just makes me so mad how certain areas were handled. But that's one of the reasons why I'm doing the MegaCon review and like the convention reviews in general, because I'm doing that research to kind of figure out like, okay, what do I want for this convention? Is this a good con to go to? Or do they treat the people right? You know, I talk to the different artists, you know, get a feel for, that is purple. Talk to the different artists, get a feel for how they are. I've made a couple of artist friends doing that as well, and they've been very gracious enough to share bits and pieces of info with me. So yes, long answer short, I 100% plan on doing conventions. I'm hoping that I can be a regular at my local conventions to start and then expand to other conventions in the area. Not the area, but like the state that I live in as well. I just don't feel like dealing with the tax yada yada of doing out of state anything right now. Fill this in. Bestie got me something. Hold up. What she get me? What she get me? A coffee? I'm gonna be caffeinated to hell and back today. I might freeze that coffee though. Alright. Let's see. My goodness, Love Vamp, you are the GOAT. Full-time job and children and family and doing that business thing. Whew. I clap. I salute your perseverance. And you gotta have the time to make the product. I salute you. That is so much. I felt that it invited me too. That's fine. Alright. Shoes are done. I need to redo these hands and then I can start coloring. Yay. I don't think I will ever meet you in person when you live in the Netherlands. The Netherlands? Oh, goodness. Yeah, I live in the United States. Who knows? Maybe somewhere in like the off-vamp future, a con in the Netherlands will be like, hey, you're cool, want to be a featured artist? And I'll just be like, oh my god, yes. I don't know. The Netherlands, that's cool. Live in America, it's boring here. Hands. We're doing hand reconstruction now. Okay, I can. Oh, I didn't finish the leg. Okay, I'm so glad I didn't erase this yet. Actually, The finances are good. If there's any cons in the Netherlands, I'd be more than happy to go to one. Just have an excuse to explore other places outside the country would be fantastic. There's actually a cosplayer that I follow on Instagram. His name is Tyryn, Tyryn. I have yet to figure out where he is from, but he is a gorgeous man and he does these amazing cosplays. And he's like a featured cosplayer at cons all over the world. He just came back from, it wasn't New Zealand. It was nowhere near New Zealand. I don't know why I have New Zealand in my head. Was it the Philippines? Was it adjacent to the Philippines? I forget where he went, but he cosplays all over, and I've already agreed with my roommates, like, yo, if he comes to a convention that's even close to America, we're going, because I'm just in absolute awe of how well he does cosplay. Like, he does it fully. He creates the wigs himself. He does a lot of the sewing, the construction. He does his makeup really, really well. It's just, I salute his craftsmanship. I don't know why I started talking about that man's. Right, if he comes to a con in the Netherlands, then we can meet. That was the joke that I never finished. Let's see. Next says, hoping to eventually open a shop in December so I can confidently apply for DreamCon. Ooh, DreamCon. I've been wanting to go to that. It's in Texas, right? Yep, I'm only able to sculpt in the evening and have a lot of paid day off, so when I'm able to do conventions. Yeah, that's the plan. So for the cons that are local, even if they are local, I do not want to deal with the stress of having to like work like the day that like setup day and then getting there super late to set up. I 100% plan on saving and like farming my PTO so that I can just have all of those days off, the day before and the day after. Yep, hoping to grab tickets by the 23rd. Very nice. Like, it's already stressful enough trying to figure out, like, oh, what do you need for your shop? What do you need to prepare? What do you need for this? What do you need for that? And then gotta worry about your day job on top of that? PTO all the way. PTO all the way. Yeah, DreamCon would be a con I'd love to go to because it's the convention by the group RDC World 1, right? I feel like their con is just good vibes, just from everything that I've seen online. Pretty much the better Blurred Con, because I've heard that Blurred Con has been a little rough the past couple of years, which is unfortunate because I literally learned of its existence today. Not today, a couple weeks ago, I'm sorry. But that's what's up. I wish you the best of luck when you do apply. Just sending all the good vibes and energy. Right, she has a band around her ankles. I completely forgot about that. So how do we redo this? Yeah, I think the first con for my area is Collective Con, but I think the dates conflict with MegaCon because I am going to MegaCon Orlando in 2025. So I'm not vending there or anything, I'm just going as an attendee, but that's usually in February, and Collective Con is usually, actually wait, no, I think it's in March, so I think I'll be able to. But either way, the first con in my area of the year is usually Collective Con, and they do it between like March and April. So I need to get on top of their application days so that I can apply for that one. That one's more of a comic centric convention, like more of a Comic-Con in a way. And then the next two conventions after that are Bold Matsuri and WasabiCon. WasabiCon used to be more of an anime centric convention, but over the more recent years they've been expanding out into being more of like a fandom centric ones, so television, movies, and so on. Bold Mitsuri has been pretty faithful to being an anime convention. And there's another one that was a little bit newer. It's called Bold City Con. Even though the majority of their guests were anime voice actors over the years, I think they too plan on being more of a fandom-based convention where it's like comics, television, and TV versus it just being anime-centric. So those are like the 3 cons that I can apply for in my area. And plus it's local, so I can save on expenses a little bit. I don't have to get like a hotel or anything because I live here. And then what else is there? Saving on expenses. And then it's also like a small benefit inventory wise as well, since I make everything myself right now. Say I go to one of these conventions and something ends up being really, really like popular, if I want to put myself through the extra headache, I can run home the next, like that night, produce a handful more and bring them the next day of the event so that, I'm not just sold out. I can continue selling the item that's doing well. Or at least that's the dream. That's the goal. In a perfect world, that's the process. It's exciting. I'm ready for this shop to be live so I can feel like a tiny little weight lift from my shoulder. Which I don't know, is that weird? I feel like even though I'm still like, living my life, working my day job and working on launching the shop, I feel like things are like in this weird pause. Like nothing's happening, but something is happening. And I feel like once this store is live and it's like in full swing of things will go back to normal. Things will change. I don't know. Things just feel like they're in pause because the shop isn't launched yet. It's a weird headspace that I've been kind of working through, trying to figure out how to process that information. I can fix it. All right. Let us go back into reconstructive surgery. Is it clear? Okay, it's clear. Pencil. So Tanjiro's hand is like this shape. And then there's his thumb, and then you have the nuggets. That's what his hands look like. So what does that look like on its side? Well, flat, it would look... Oop, that's too big. Oop, no. Let's do the general shape first. So that's what it would look like on its side. And this would be the thumb and like the finger. Freaking frog hands. But that's if the thumb is right here. Based off the angle, you would see the pinky finger going up. So it would be the opposite, it's the other hand. Me dissecting how hands look while also trying to keep in mind that it's stylized. Send help. The pinky. Okay, I need to establish where the base of the hand is. So I'll say the base of the hand is like right here. And then there's like that little mound. And then the fingers are like here. So this is the base of the hand. Nothing goes beyond this point. That does not make any sense, but we're gonna go with it. Yeah, do that. So it's flat. So it'd be the pinky, the ring finger. Oh, her hand's gonna look like an animal. I don't know how I feel about that. And then you'd see a little bit of the middle finger. That doesn't look too bad. So erase that. So I have to draw the shadow, so I need to define it. So let's go back to the drawing layer. Look at your own hand in that position. That's how I sculpt my own hands. Facts. Thank you. I was getting too in my head. I need that. Okay, so it's like a triangle. A trapezoid? 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, hold on. Let's re-demo that. Thank you, Love Bam. I was way too in my head about that. See, I'll do 3 fingers. Wait, these are blobbies. Did I do full? I did full hand for him. Okay. So it's like a weird trapezoid shape. So it's like this. Because I also have to like hold my hand in front of me, but then also like contort it in the opposite direction so I get the right perspective. Okay. Oh God. Okay. That's. And then the hand is also like a trapezoidal shape. Already looks like a hand. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Where is that from? Is that Reba? Is that where? Okay, now how do we translate this into blob? So from where the sleeve is, the fingers would be like right here. So we've got this much space to work with. So this is my dead zone. Take a picture in that position so I don't have to bend it that way a lot. See, you're smart. I'm over here like contorting my arm, looking at it like, this doesn't feel uncomfortable at all. Fine. Okay, great. To finish the storyline from earlier, my mom's technical issues have been resolved. Would you look at that? That looks like a hand, y'all. Hands are so hard. I bought a little reference book that I definitely should have used, but here we are. It looks like toes, but we running with it. Oh, okay. Messenger, are you okay? Why are you spazzing? But we got ourselves a hand. That is a sus name, and I'm not gonna look at that anymore. You ever just browse through social media and you read through the comments and you just find some of the most obscure, unhinged names for usernames? Yeah, I got one of those. Like, people are very unhinged when it comes to their usernames. It's because it's anonymous don't mean it's still not weird or obscure or funky. That is not the pencil. Just gonna... It's gonna look a little funky, but that's okay. The power of stylization, am I right? She might just keep this blob hand. It's okay. We'll try. That looks a little weird. Oop. Let's move it in some more. We can make this stereotypical anime girl, and you know, her hands are just conveniently covered by her sleeve. Not like I haven't drawn that before. Oh hell yeah, and the occasional 2 in, oh my goodness, what is this? It's the work of Satan. Oh goodness. Right. Gonna save because I haven't saved since the stream has started, and I will cry if Clip Studio crashes on me for some reason and all of this work is lost. Still straight on. I like. Flip it down that. It would be super narrow here, and then it would come back. Oh, wait a minute. That's why it looks funky. So this one sticks out, but then this one kind of like meets the other one. All right. Nezuko's little bear hands have been, her little bear fingers have been established. Oh my gosh. Drawing them as bears. I don't know why, but I think that would be adorable. I'm gonna lock that one in on my brain. So I think that'd be really cute. Actually, hold on. My brain is so unreliable right now. Let me write that idea down real quick. Demon Slayer bears. Oh, maybe if I do something for Valentine's Day, I could do like cute little bears that have like the little hearts that say like, oh, like I love you or be mine, but it's like Demon Slayer characters instead. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna write that one down. Because I have a Valentine's idea for One Piece characters where I just use their powers to create little hearts, and I think that'd be like a really cute small print size one to do. But we are not at that time of year. I probably won't make those until around probably October and November if I do get around to them. Because I still have to figure out when's a good time to like release the seasonal content. So, because everything that I've seen so far, if I wanted to do something Halloween related, which is like the season of my people, I would need to have done it now, essentially. Like roll out the Halloween launch and it be like all the Halloween themed things so that people can have like their artwork and their trinkets before the season. And I've seen some people release in September and others have released like kind of like at the beginning of October. But then October would be the time frame where you would sell your holiday stuff. So like things for the fall season and things for Christmas even, so that people can order it now. So if they want to like get gifts for people or they just want seasonal artwork, they can have it already ordered and ready and in their home so that when, you know, November comes around, when December comes around, they already have like their decorative items. So I'm definitely behind the ball on that, but no shop is perfect. So we're just gonna roll with it. Wow. Little sausage fingers, but that's okay. There we go. A hand has been born. It looks a little funky, but we're gonna roll with it. I think I like. We're not gonna roll with it. So I like the shape, but I'm gonna do something a little different. It gonna be big fingers, like that big chunky chunk. I'm just gonna have bare hands. It's okay. I have come to terms that Nezuko would just have bare hands because I'm just bad at drawing hands. That's okay. I will learn. It doesn't have to be 100% perfect. Because if I waited for this to be 100% perfect, this thing will get done sometime next year. And we ain't got time for that. So one hand is down and the other hand. Okay. Oh, okay. Thank God it's the thumb hand. Okay, we're winning. We're winning. So the thumb would be here. So it'd be like this, essentially. So 2 fingers and a thumb. And in this case, it'd probably be 1 thumb and 1 finger. Got hold of my hand. I'm looking at my hand. Yeah, thumb and fingers. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. So we can keep this shape for the most part. But I'm just gonna draw the hand. I'm gonna make that bigger. There we go. Oh, eyeballs. Okay. Then I'm just gonna make it flat. Make my life easier. It looks a little funky, but it's fine. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to kind of look like a thumb hand. And there we go. Ah, line go away. But that works. Rolling with it. Okay. Where's my mouse? Made her layer real quick. I'm also going to get rid of the sketch layer because I don't need it anymore. Alright. I see. I see a lot actually. This. It hurts me to make such messy line work, but I know I'm not gonna actually use it, so I can live with it being messy. Going to be a party pooper. That hand is... Hold on. What are you saying? Going to be a party pooper. The hand is also a pinky showing first. So yes, for... Oh, did I just close chat? Herder. So for this hand, the way it's positioned and the way wait, hold on. Yeah. So the way it's positioned, that would be the thumb, because that's like the inner part of the hand. If that makes sense. Wait, is that the right? Is that in the right position? Wait a minute. It's here and that there. The thumb. Ah, okay. Right there. I'm just gonna cut, extract, edit. There we go. There we go. Wait, that doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense anymore. Make it make sense. Because then the hand would have to be out here, and then, oh no. Hold on. Reality is shattering. But yeah, for this hand, the pinky would be showing first. For this one at the lower. But this upper one, I drew the hand the wrong way. I mean, it's supposed to be like a funky position, like you're trapped in a bubble, but now that I'm actually like physically doing the position, and, well, the hands at least, the thumb is facing, but it needs to be facing the other way, because if not, it definitely would be the pinky doing that. Dang it. See, this is why hands are tricky. Thank you, Love Map. You know, you're not a party pooper. Definitely not, because imagine this goes printed, it goes into manufacturing, well, manufacturing as in me making it, and then I make all these stickers just to realize, oh, the hand's the wrong way. Oops. So no, I appreciate that. Her hand just, you know what? She don't need this hand. I mean, does she need this hand? She don't need this hand, y'all. She don't. I'm so glad Conceal Paint had 3D models because drawing hands. I was today years old when I remembered that Clip Studio Paint has 3D models. That could have definitely helped with the situation. But that's okay, because we're actually just going to delete the hand altogether. We don't need this hand. This hand doesn't need to be here. It honestly looks better without it anyway. Actually, yeah, it does look better without it, because if I bring it back... Yeah, it looks out of place, because you can't really see her arm being bent out, and I don't want to add any extra shapes here, because then instead of it being like this kind of weird wobbly shape, it would be like this weird blobby shape out here. So yeah, we're just gonna get rid of the hand. Hand is gone. Thank you, Love Amps. Just gave me one less thing I need to do now. And see, this is the power of people with good eyeballs. Because someone would have bought this and then looked at it too hard and been like, wait a minute. So yeah, we're just not gonna do the hand altogether. It doesn't need it. It's a weird shape. It janks up the silhouette. So we're just gonna get rid of it from the ethos. I'm into it. We like it. All right, let me just clean up these weird spots because I threw caution to the wind. Get that. Get rid of all of this. And then we can start adding colors, which is my favorite part because I'm already looking, well, I'm remembering Tanjiro and how I have him, and I tweaked his colors a little bit just to balance them out a little bit better, make things a little bit more vibrant and so on. So I feel like I will have to do the same for Nezuko because her colors are leaning a little dark. Like on the surface, they're still very vibrant. That is very messy, but that's okay. I don't need to have it clean. So her colors are leaning pretty dark. Like they still look vibrant, but just to compare the original colors. So if I bring her back, wait, what? Oh, it's at 53%, that's why. Like the colors do feel a bit dark, but her palette is a little bit darker than Tanjiro's. Then if I bring him in, he just feels a little bit brighter than her. So I'm gonna see what I can do to tweak her colors a bit. But let's get these flats down. Where is pen? Color. All right, let's grab all her colors because I already could feel that I'm gonna tweak these. We got that. These could be fair. 300 is good. Skin. Let's see here. Hair. Outfits. Shoes. Is it the same pink? Yes, okay. Yay me for using the right colors. And I think, oh, they're slightly different, but they're practically the same color. These I will probably use different colors altogether. They're more or less just placeholders at this point. And the shadow color, I shouldn't worry about. For now, let's leave the flats in. Yeah, the palette's very dark by comparison, now that I really look at it. I think this purple is the same as this purple. They're slightly different, so we can use that for that. Then I'm using this blue color, the blush. Okay, I think I've grabbed all the colors. So let's get started. Let's see, Love Amp says sculpted human figurines in the past, so human figurines in the past, so my 3D position of the human body in my mind is pretty detailed. Very nice. Kudos to you. I think I will slowly get there. Whoa. Oh, can I cheat? Oh, can I? No. I need to do a selection because I grow it. What just happened? So that's skin, and that skin. That's the only exposed thing because everything else is like socks. So we're going to grow the selection by like 2. Oh, no. Doop. There we go. That is not a skin tone. Barnacles. Okay. You, and I just goofed all of that. This, that. That's all the skin? Yes. Selection by 2 pixels, and then fill in the color. Oh, that's right, this is layer by layer. Okay. Did I not draw something? No, okay. Let's do the outer jacket thing. Because that's hair. It's this color. Layer. This. Technically the hair is this color too, but I'll do that in a separate layer. Oh, I could connect the dot here. I could. Okay. Oh, it looks darker because I added shading. That's why it looks like that. Okay. So there's the skin, there's the outer portion. We use more of the colors across this piece. This. That. Hey, fill that in like a ding dong. We have solutions for that. Selection pen. It's funny, my roommate just came home. She got her nails did, and her and her friend are just like being goofballs downstairs, and I just hear all these random noises. I'm just like, they're so silly. Doing things the hard way because I didn't think of this ahead of time. We're gonna be close to the outline color, so we shall see. You know what? No, I'm doing too much. Let me get the flats down and I can come back and clean this area up later. It's always interesting when I draw because I catch myself getting lost in like the small stuff, and it's just like, no, do things in phases, do the big colors, then get into the meticulous stuff. Oh, I was supposed to put a band there, that's fine. The green is light, the band is light. I could put it there. You know what? Let's put it here too. Just to have like some variety of the darker colors. Let's put it in between these two. Let's see. this. Wait, ooh, not you. Wait, I can set this as a reference layer and then... Oh, okay, I can just tell it to refer to all layers. That helps a little bit. Put this here. Wait, let me look at the reference so I know the white's going on the right spot. By George, I picked that randomly and I got it. Okay. Good. Use the really hot pink color. Increase selection. That's fine. There we go. Yeah, that's not too bad of a cleanup that I have to do. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Actually, I might get rid of the purple, the background color, so I can actually see what I'm doing. There we go. It's coming together. Oh, I really like that white and pink together. With that purple on top, those colors go really well together. I might not change that too much. Okay, so what color? So the hot pink color was supposed to be for the dress as well, but we're gonna change that. We're gonna make it redder, we're gonna make it lighter, and hopefully that doesn't clash with anything. Right, those two have to be different colors because reasons. Oh, well, I guess they don't have to be, because I could just make a shadow line or a detail line that separates the space. So you know what, we're gonna do that. Too close to each other. Oh, that's like very hot pink. Let's make it a little bit lighter. Oh, but then it gets too close to the skin. Okay, we'll make it more purple pink. That harmonizes. I'll push it up a little bit more. This skin is gonna give me grief. I can already feel it. But let me not get lost in the details. Let me lay down on the flats. Let me just lay down on the flats first, and then we'll come back to this. Big. This color, make it really, really light. Yeah, I'm definitely not sticking with, you know what? I big goofed. I wasn't supposed to do colors. That's okay. Can I do all this at the same time? No. Of course I can. Excuse you, it's right there. Oh, this is an empty layer. Yeah, you were right, Cliff Studio, I'm sorry. Oh, great. It's up here. Actually, let me swap that so y'all can actually see what the heck I'm doing. Doop. Gotta get rid of all the saturation. Oh, I gotta select the skin for this one. Totally forgot I'm supposed to do this in gray tones first and then do color. I don't want the color to influence what goes with what, because I can do the tones afterwards. Because already right now I knew there was an issue with this area. These colors are way too close to each other. So I'm definitely gonna have to fix that. I could feel it in my gut. I'm like, something don't feel right. These colors ain't vibing. Why don't they vibe? Also, working in gray tones kind of helps take away the pressure of working in color first, because this way I can focus on the values and be like, okay, this just needs to be a little bit darker, or this just needs to be a little bit lighter. And then once everything harmonizes in grayscale, I can go back in and add in the colors, and I know they'll work. So I'm glad I caught that. The socks are white. I made Tanjiro's like a blue. Oh, that's right, they're white. They are white. Do like a lighter gray color. These two. Oh. Okay, I don't have to expand it. That works. We can put it on this layer. No, new layer. Add the same color as well. Okay. Okay, who's next? Who's next? Who's next? Oh, that's right. You usually can't see what's going on here. So I actually think I need to add a band around her. Ooh, hello. A band around her knee too. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So her hair is very dark. It should be the darkest part of this illustration, honestly. It's really very dark. Well, maybe not dark, but like dark enough. Let's do the back of here first. This will go underneath everything. Okay, we can make that darker. And there we go. And then the front portions of her hair technically are equally dark, but for the sake of visual variety, I'm gonna make them a little bit lighter. Oh, this actually would go over everything. Okay. Just so. There we go. Something like that. This section. The new layer. I'll probably make it the same color and do as a detail line in between to kind of show that, hey, there's like a break in between these two. Okay, but now the hair conflicts with that, but they're both equally dark. If I made this a little bit darker, then I go back to the hair and I make it even darker. Because her hair is very dark. Dark, almost black, honestly. Honestly, I could get away with doing black. Okay, that already pops a lot better. What if I did that for the hair too? I could do. Got to go. Hope you all have a nice day. Goodbye, love fams. It was nice to have you on stream. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take it easy and enjoy. Let me zoom out. Okay, so the hair. So for context, one thing that I like to do when I'm drawing, especially digitally, is that I'll take my drawing and I'll just zoom out. And if I can still kind of recognize what I'm looking at, or at least recognize like the blocks of color, I know that the contrast, like not the contrast, I guess the values that I'm doing are good, and so on. So it's just, I don't know, weird drawing quirk that I do. Oh, the blue is influencing the colors as well. I didn't even realize that. Hold on. Normally, usually, I keep the background like a neutral gray color so that the colors that I'm doing are not influenced. Wait, what the heck is going on? Hello? Why is that not showing? Okay, it did show. It did show. It did show. Good. Good, 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 good. Yeah, I usually make the background color like a neutral gray, just so the colors that I'm working on aren't as influenced. So now these look warmer, whereas on that blue background, they looked cooler. Yeah, cooler. I might need to change the background color to be, you know what? Let's see. If I just make it pure white, it's not that bad. I usually don't like working with a white background because it hurts my eyeballs sometimes. I don't know if that went white. I honestly can't tell. I'm kind of colorblind right now. Not that I am colorblind, just looking at so many colors for so long, I have become a little colorblind. If that makes sense. Blind to color? I'll figure it out. Okay, something's not processing. Why is this color not changing like at all? The hell? Okay, I'm not crazy. Oh no, Clip Studio froze on me. Why is this happening? Come on. Work with me, Clip Studio. I believe in you. Don't crash on me. Oh, thank God. Thank you. It's undoing gonna take a while too. Technical difficulties on aisle 10. It's happening right now. God, how many times did I click this? Oh, okay. Goodness. Okay. I don't know what's happening with that. The color's getting weird on me. Honestly, that might be a sign from the universe to stop for the day. It is about 4, so actually, yeah. I've rambled on long enough. I will release you all for your day. So yeah, we're gonna end the stream here. I didn't get as much done as I would have liked, but that's fine because I'm gonna keep working on this off stream anyway. So thank you for everyone who stopped in. I appreciate it. It's been great talking to you guys and just kind of being random as hell. And yes, let's see, what's next weekend? So next stream, I gotta do the thing. Let's do like a red color. I'm just gonna put this over everything. Please don't freeze on me. Okay, it didn't freeze. Awesome. So let me get big marker. So next stream will be August, what is today, the 17th? Okay, yeah. So the next stream will be August, oh, hello. August, that is chunky words. Try that. So next stream will be August 24th. And I kind of like the 1 o'clock slot. It's very chill. I think that might be the time going forward. So we're gonna say 1 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time. That is not how an M looks. There we go. So yeah, next stream, August 24th, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Probably going to stream for about the same, about 3 or so hours, just working on the stuff for the shop launch. It was great to talk to you guys, and I will see y'all next stream. Goodbye. That is not an eraser. Oh my God.